What's up, guys? I got a new video for you today, and it's specifically on this knife, but I'm going to touch on the other knives that use pretty much the same handle shape as the Endura. But this knife is the, as you can see there, the Pacific Salt 2. Now, the Pacific Salt 1, I believe their handle, if it wasn't the same shape as this, it was an older shape, but it had steel liners in it. So this is the main difference, is that this knife does not have any steel liners in it whatsoever, and it makes it so light. Let me get the scale and show you the difference between a normal Endura and then this. But also, before I do, I want to show you that that's how much it compresses, right? And you would say, oh, the steel liners must be more, but they compress about the same amount. So with steel liners, so Spyderco needs to do linerless for all of the models. You know what I mean? This is strong enough to do it without steel liners. But let me show you the weight difference between this, because that's a big or a very cool thing about the knife. Alright, so a normal Endura is coming in at 3.3 ounces, and that's with about a 3.5 inch blade, so that's still really good. But here's with linerless, an ounce lighter. So 2.5 ounces for this size blade is just incredible. There's not very many knives that can pull that off. Actually, probably going to try to do a video of the best pound for pound knives. But so the other thing that makes this knife special is it coming in at 200 or LC 200N. So up until now, all the Pacific Salts have been the H1, and my experience with H1 has been not good. So I haven't had full serrations in H1, so maybe they're a little bit better. But regular H1 is just not a fan of it. So LC200N is a great upgrade, and they did it all with the same price. Basically, it has the same price. Another thing they did is they blacked out the hardware. Now, yeah, all the hardware is blacked, and then the pocket clip is like a very matted, almost like a Parkerized pocket clip. So very cool. Now, one of the difference between the Pacific Salt and the Endura is the blade shape. It has more of a hump right here, so it really stops your hand. The regular Endura, you see how it kind of slopes a little bit. The hole is also smaller. So the Pacific 2 has a bigger hole, and the blade is a little bit more, let me line them up, taller and a tiny bit longer. So let's line them up like this. You can see that a little bit better. So the handle is exactly the same, but just a slightly different blade shape. I like the green a lot better than the yellow, so the ergos on the Endura / Pacific Salt are great. When you choke up like this, it feels like a Delica, and then you can come back right here and get your hand a little bit more, and it feels great too. This is a very smooth knife. It comes out any way you want to deploy it, and it drops pretty easily. See if I can, yeah, you can drop it with your pointer finger, or you can do your thumb, swing it around. I saw Lance Clinton do a video with the speed of closing a back lock versus a compression lock, and it's very similar. So doing this to close it and doing that is like very negligible, but the strength that you get from a backlock is just incredible. So anyway, these are the knives. So these knives are all the ones that I have in the endura style handle. Pacific Salt 2, linerless, awesome knife. I have the Knife Joy exclusive with the Damascus blade, and then the dealer distributor exclusive in S30V. So it's one of my favorites. I like the teal color. And then the Matriarch 2. So just a cool knife. This one actually has the smallest Spidey hole of all of them. So let's see if it looks. Yeah. But this is a very cool knife. So these two are fully serrated. These two are regular edge. But the Endura is just a great knife. Took me way too long to find it, or to try one. I've had Delicas, but I think I prefer the Endura the most. And then this one is just going to be a great user with that serrated edge. You can just take care of anything. I've already cut a bunch of stuff with it. It's awesome. And with that LC200N, it's going to be keeping the edge a lot longer than H2 for sure. So that's all I got, guys. Check it out if you can. They should be coming out everywhere if they haven't already dropped. But that's it. See you on the next one.